introduction about yourself to the students still, those who are here.
Okay. Okay,
So
ma'am.
here, good morning everyone. Today we are going to have a session on about the incubators and how it is important to our to your perspective. And here the expert talk, his name is Dinesh. He's an head of the Department of AIDS in Tamilnadu, Esanoor district, Arifa Institute of Technology, the college is. So just I'll give a brief introduction about the sir. So Dinesh sir, he is specialized in teaching the students about the research methods and data analysis, and he loves working with the students and helping them to succeed in their studies. And he is also very passionate about the research and enjoy working on the projects which are contributing to our understanding of the world around us. And he also his thought and present it in a manner that is convincing and persuading. And he's a great, he's very great helper, helping other people to create and refine their own thoughts. And he can generate the ideas by researching a topic or a problem. And he's a very good instructor, and he is very perfect in solving any kind of problems related what are the students are facing, especially in terms of this incubation related. And he's a manager of this incubation center in that college, Arifa College. So you are going to have a session on the specialized topic, that is innovation and incubation cell. And now we are going to have a session. Sir, you please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. You can proceed, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Fine.
Good morning to one and all present over here. I am actually Dinesh Dhanabalan from Arifa Innovation and Incubation Council. So this Innovation and Incubation Council has 5 sectors. Actually, we are focusing on 5 sectors. One is marine, another is industry 4.0. Next one will be your healthcare, tourism, and the final sector will be agriculture. So these are the things we have been focusing on. So what is Innovation and Incubation Council means? So that is the main topic now. All over we have been studying about this innovation and incubation. So what is this incubation center is actually all about is, it is you will be having your own idea actually, that you will be doing it in the college also. But this incubation center, what does it help is, it will be helping you to develop your ideas. So how do you develop your ideas? So somebody may be having a small idea and they doesn't know how to go further. So this incubation centers or pre-incubation centers will be helping you how to generate your ideas and how the idea can be made into a prototype or it can be made into a company. So these are all the things will be helping out in your innovation on incubation council. So this incubation and innovation council, it is actually a small thing, like many of them say this. Anyone you ask about will be saying incubation is they'll be having a small premature baby or will be having a egg hatching. So all this will be said by a normal terms. So once when you are in a technical areas, you should be knowing what is an incubation. So this incubation center is same like that, which will be developing, which will be helping you in developing and nourishing your ideas. So this is a basic concept. So what does this incubation center services are being done? So the first thing, we'll be giving you a working space. So once when you're having your idea, and that idea should be made into a model or should be developed, your idea development should be made. So that will be, we'll be having your co-working spaces, or that will be called as working spaces. So we will be providing you an office or where you will be able to develop your ideas. That will be called as the co-working spaces. And this co-working spaces will be having all kinds of what all the machineries or what are the types of inputs has to be done by you. If suppose you need a 3D printers or you need any specifications of any AADS, or you want to run a data science labs, everything. What are the labs? Everything will be provided in this working space areas. The next one will be called as this. You have your idea, but you need to, but you will not be having any money, or you will not be having anything for your fund support there. for developing your ideas. So what are the government's norms or what are the government schemes which have been available? Everything will be set by this incubation centers. So these incubation centers will be directly linked with the state government and the central government. So there are two types of schemes actually. The one will be called as Startup India scheme, and next one will be called as your we'll be calling this as Tamilnadu startup TN startup, and Andhra, that is T Hub. You'll be having your world's largest T Hub, that is your incubation center, which has been provided by the Telangana government actually. So that is around 33,000 square feet of lab for co-working spaces they'll be giving. So there you can be able to have your seed funds, and there are what the seed funds are. You doesn't need to repay it back. You are not getting a loan, like, so you no need to repay it back, and you will be able to get with your idea for generating of ideas. You will be getting around 3 lakhs, and once when the prototype has been made, you will be getting around 5 lakhs. So there are different types of schemes which have been available, and there will be a capital investors, many things there. So we will be seeing it up in further. So next, you have your space for ideas. Next, you have your money, and the third thing will be called as mentoring. So you should have some mentoring sessions. So what is this mentoring, sir? So I have an idea. I don't know how to express it, or I don't know how to go further. So you'll be stuck up over there, and you'll drop that idea, and next you'll be going to the next idea. So that has not been done by an incubation center. So you should be able, if you have an idea, until the end, how do you travel? So these are all being provided by the incubation center. So that is called as mentoring. So who's the expert in that area? So we'll be able to connect to them, and we'll be able to talk to them, and they'll be giving you all the instructions where you'll be lacking, where can you sharpen your ideas. Everything will be set by this mentoring assistance actually. And the third one will be called the resource. So what are types of, you need any ideas from anywhere in the world, everything will be given by this incubation centers. And the third thing, so you are all done with all your ideas, and then when you go down to the market or when you go down to the public, you should be having this legal and regularity from support. So what does that mean, sir? So legal is nothing but you have your patent rights. So the patent rights will be your main thing. And then how do you copyright? How do you have a copyright forms? And how do you have your copyrights, brandings, and then your company names? Everything will be done by this legal. So we will be providing you all kind of legal documents which has to be submitted, and we'll be helping you out. So that will be called as legal. Third one will be called as the sixth one will be called as marketing. And the marketing is nothing but how do you access to the market. So you have your product, and you have been developing your product, and that product should be made to the market, and all the people should be. So that is how we'll be ending up. So once when the product has been developed, you have to make that as a money. So while making that as a money, you will be suffering in making that as a money. How, sir? You don't know how to reach the market. So market strategy, you have example, you make your pencil box or something, whatever. You make a simple pencil, and you have to go to the market. You will be able to charge them around 5 rupees if you tell. And the local market who's been available, they'll be giving you around 3 rupees. So which product will they buy? They'll be able to buy only the 3 rupees product. So you doesn't know how, because being a student, you will not know the local market needs. So for being the competitors, they will making us, how do you make you down? So that has all been done by this market assistance. And the third one is how do you have your training actually. So the training is nothing but you'll be having the business training comparison. So how do you have the business? How do you go into the national market or international market? How do you make them? So that will all be done by this business training. That will be provided by all the business trainers. So these incubations or these things is mainly stated as startup. So what is the startup, sir? The startup is nothing but you have your idea, and that idea should be an innovative one. Example, I say you that you have your idea, or you have your, there are two types actually. One will be, they'll be called as an entrepreneur, and next one will be called as startups. So what is the difference between an entrepreneur and a startup is, you have your hotel business and it has been running successfully, that they'll be called as an entrepreneur. So that hotel business which is being innovatively thought and innovatively given, what can be done, sir? What are the technology which has been available now? How do you make the use of the technology? So what kind of technology has been available? The mobile phones have been available. So you create an app and you deliver the food, that will be called as innovation action. That has been called as startup. So simple thing, you have all your products or whichever source or whichever things have been available around in and around you. If you take that and if you make that as a product, and then you have been making them coming down to the market, that has been called as this comparative business study action. That has been called as startup. So once when you know what is a startup, you should not be depending upon the local markets. So you should be getting ready for the international markets and what are the needs of the international markets, and you should be able to express your startup ideas. Or you should be able to, they'll be calling that as pitching actually. So many of them goes and ask your any incubation centers, they will ask you to pitch your ideas actually. So in pitching your ideas is nothing but you should express yourself. So what kind of startup ideas you have got. So you have got a simple idea also. You should be able to express them in an effective manner that they will should be always convinced. So any investors you meet or any startup incubations or incubation centers you meet, they should be able to nourish your ideas, and that idea should be helping them to implement or helping them to achieve what kind of goals which has been available. So you have the startup idea. Many of them lack in startup ideas in this networking access actually. So what is it, sir? Actually, you have your idea, you have your hotel ideas or whatever. You have a simple. You go. I have seen in MGR University in Chennai a small entrepreneur thing they're doing actually. A small thing that may be funny actually. Any ideas will be always funny, but when the idea has been made into a market, all the people who have been laughing at you will be able to make you. They'll be seeing you there. So that is how this thing. So the MGR students have been making a entrepreneurship cell, and that the college has instructed all the students they should be compulsory wearing shoes and ID cards. So these are the things which are so all will be wearing ID cards. That is not a problem. But wearing of shoes will be somewhat different. So what this guys actually on five guys, what they did is they bought all size of shoes and they made it up in a store like. And then whoever is not wearing the shoes, they'll call them and they'll give them as a rental. And they have collected around 1 lakh rupees within 6 months actually. So they have invested is 50,000 and they have collected is 1 lakh. So their profit is actually 50,000. So this is how the initial startups or initial ideas that if you make it into a innovative or you make it to app like, so that will be called a startup actually. So these are in small initiatives you make in the college, then that can be made into a major difference in your life actually. So the next that is called as network accessing. So you should be able to note down what kind of networking should be made. So what kind of bonding should be made between you and the incubation center, or you and your customers, or you and your investors. So whatever you go, you should be able to make them as network, and whatever you do should be made into a it should be in your social media as well actually. So you should be all of you must be having a LinkedIn IDs. So daily you have your post and make it as a regular actually. You have been having a WhatsApp status or your Facebook status. So make that. But when you go down to a college side or when you go down to a company side, the LinkedIn is the best platform for making yourself shine actually. The next one will be called as early stage customer acquisition. So what is actually? So what kind of customers are you going to meet, and then what kind of needs is being given by the customer? So if, for example, you go down to your agriculture area and there you start up an agriculture startup where you're going to do same farming which is being done by the farmers. So that will not be the best solution actually. You have to go down to the area which where your need is being where the raw material should be, you should be able to note down all that, and where you can connect them to a high infrastructure is that has been one of the things. So I'll next you need the high internet high speed access, and next we'll be helping you out in accounting or financial management. So these are the services which have been done by incubation centers. So you should be able to be aware what is an incubation center, and you should have what can be the process or what can be the services being done by incubation centers. So next one we'll be having. So why we need this incubation center section? So every year there are around lakhs and lakhs of engineers who have been passing out, and you have your arts and science, everything. What are kind of degree holders who have been passing out? So for everyone that can we provide any jobs? No, that is actually not possible. So now the government has been coming down to the initial stages, the initiatives for the students to have a startup actually. So once when you have a startup, in and around you, there will be around 5 to 10 of them being getting employed by you, a single person. So that is how the startups are being involved in the which have been helping out in providing the job vacancies or job facilities which have been provided. So that is how this job to create a job, and where the if a single person starts a company, in and around him will always grow. So once when he grows, the surrounding also grows. So once the surrounding grows, your district grows. The district grows, your state, then your national grows. So this is how they have been building up the models. This is how the incubation centers will be helping out in helping the nations actually. We have seen in Tamil Nadu, it is actually we have been going down to a 3 trillion process actually. 3 trillion is this thing, our next 5 years goals actually. So for the 3 trillion business, so if we have any 5 companies around us, will we reach to the 3 trillion? No, that is actually not possible. So we should have more number of companies and more number of employees to help this 3 trillion business. So that is how the first thing is to create a job actually. Next, to promote new technologies. So what kind of technologies? So now we are actually having each and everything in our hand actually. Now we have been having this AI tools. Everything is now we have been down into 4.0 technology, industry 4.0. So the 4.0 is nothing but, so in the initial stages there are different types of tech industries evolving. So now we have been in 4.0. The 4.0 is nothing but we have been the AI based actually. So the AI based will be having your data science, and then you'll be having a deep learning, machine learning, and then IoT. So these are the types of for the industry 4.0. Next we'll be going into the 5.0 and technology, that is your AR VR direction. That's how the picture actually indicates actually. So we are into the next technology actually. We have been moving on to the next one that we called as 5.0. That will be your AR VR technologies. So once the technology is being growing, we'll be able to understand what are the needs of the customers, and then we'll be able to attract the customers in an easier way. We'll be able to help them out. So that is how this technology will be helping. We'll be able to innovate each and everything. Next, we'll be doing the commercialization of the speedy platform. So what this actually, you have your academic institutions, you have your technical institutions or R&D institutions. So this will be helping a platform. So once when the students have been having their technology base known, we will be getting upgraded to that. So once when we be getting upgraded, we will be able to note down what kind of technology can be done by us. These are things which will be, so once when we have the technology rise, even the college or institutions which have been providing will be able to upgrade themselves to this technology. So the speedy commercialization, so there are many competitors around us. Is it audible?
Sir, you can proceed, sir. Proceed, please. Sorry for the disturbance, sir. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Is it audible? Ma'am, is it audible?
Yes, sir. You can proceed, sir.
Okay, ma'am, fine.
Okay. Fine, sir.
So, due to tech issue, we'll be focusing on how do you have you an ecosystem to be built by networking. So this is not only if you have an incubation centers or you go down to an incubation center, it is not only for your academic basis. So it will be like bridging a gap between the industries and the institution actually. So what does the industry needs actually? Why don't we get any other jobs means? Because of this industries doesn't know what kind of requirements has been done by the students actually. The students will be having all the technical knowledge, sorry, all the academic wise knowledge, but they will not be having this technical knowledge actually. Once when they go on to the industries, it will be totally different actually. So this is how we will be helping out, this incubation center will be helping out in building the network between the academic and financial institutions or the industrials or other institutions. So once we have an incubation system in your college, there will be nearby institutions visiting your college. So this is all being out in improvising your academic standards. The next one, what is the necessary for students to be in incubation? So these are the things. So once when you have students into incubation centers, so these are the types of phenomena. So these are the types of phenomena we should be following. So the first one will be we will be providing an awareness program for what is an incubation, what kind of ideas can be developed. So those all been done by the incubation center. So once we have providing you an awareness camp. Next we'll be having the ideation workshops. So this ideation workshops are being also called as what kind of building up your ideas or fine tuning of ideas. So many ideas can be having by what kind of ideas can be done. So everything will be happier in your mind. So that ideas can be
implemented or can be given to the company dedicates who have been providing the workshop. They'll be fine tuning up, and then that will be going down to the idea form. Okay, so what is this idea there? How do you develop a simple idea? Example, you have your friend who's been a laziest person around you. So you select your friend like that. So you go to your friend and ask him, what is the solution can be given to this problem? Actually, the idea is nothing but you have your problem and the problem should be given a solution. So that is called as idea actually. So the problem you go and tell to your laziest friend, he will be giving you a simple idea how to solve the problem. So that is called as an idea actually. So idea can be different. Actually, you go to your mom and ask him what kind of problem are you facing. So she will be telling letting of waters or grinding of chutneys or something like that. So she'll be saying different types of ideas who be working in the housemates. So that idea, that problem you take down and what kind of solution can be given. That is called as technical. Why we are into technical field? So this is how we give a solution to this. That is called as idea form actually. So the hackathons and boot camps are being conducted by all kind of how many of them have attended this smart day hackathons and the local government will be organizing hackathons. So once we participate in L&D, last year my student got the fifth ranking in the L&D project. So then there are different types of hackathons which are being available. So they will be giving you a problem statement and that problem statement should be rectified and solution should be given. So once the solution is being given, so you should justify your solution actually. You should not be giving your ideas or you should not be giving your problem. You should not be giving your problem in such a way that a common man says. So please justify it. How do you get this idea? So that is all being done in the hackathon and this pre-incubation program. So before getting into an incubation, you should do a pre-incubation. So that is called as validation of your ideas. And then how do you promote your ideas? How do you develop your ideas? How do you fine tune your ideas? Everything will be done through this pre-incubation programs. Next one will be having a prototype commercialization. So once when the idea has been made into a prototype, and how do you commercialize that, and how do you make into that, and how do you make it, how do you make money out of that? That will be all done by this prototype commercialization. So the incubation support and then seed funding is all we have seen before. This pitch deck is nothing but what kind of ideas you already have seen. What is this pitch deck? Support which have been given to the investors. So once when you make your pitch deck more successful, he will be providing all kind of funds. The funds will be, it should be between you and your investors. So it should is it sharing or it is your idea, you're going to sell your idea. So that is all being done by a single individual. So this team building. So any student who have cannot do anything, just been a single. You can't make a team building. You can't do it in a single time. So you should have a team. So that team building should be made to. You don't select a team just for namesake. So you come, and don't select your friends also. So who's a friend who can help you out, who can make you in building? So that kind of friends you select. Don't select the lazy friend over here for team building. He can provide you a solution, but he will not be throughout your runtime. So you should be in, very particular in selecting your teams. And once when the team, after the company is being developed and after the thing all being developed, so once the team is not good, then that is all making down the company is down actually. When you see, when you go through these eras of companies, what kind of team building is more important than developing your companies. And then you get internship opportunities for developing your ideas. You go to the companies, what kind of solutions are they making. Even TVs is also connecting the hackathons, and there are different types of problems which are available. So that problem can be solved. And many types of you go to international standards, they are also providing all kind of this hackathons because their company needs to be solving of the problems. So that they when they get the help of the students, they will be more efficient and more the idea will be more fresh for them. So that they'll be able to take the ideas. These are the incubation services which are being given to the students actually. And this is for your actually for your faculties. And this will be your IPR support and research and commercialization, technical transfer, again the seed fundings, and the network support. This is all for the academic faculties who are being able to handle these incubation centers. So these are all the IPR supporters and will be. So any ideas are being with the students, can we have a discussion and then I'll be saying what kind of infrastructure will be given. Any ideas being given or how many of them are known Can we have a talk actually, and then we will be going now. Because it is online and I'm being sitting in front of computer and I doesn't know what are the. If it is offline, I'll be able to know your minds actually. What kind of situations are you? So any ideas are being available within you? Can you have it up and no ideas? Is there any ideas, ma'am?
Sir? Sir?
Is there any ideas for the students?
Any ideas for the student how to set up the incubation center? Have any idea? Anyone? No, it seems, sir. They don't have any idea for this one.
Okay. So till now it is okay. At least in the end of the session, please have an idea because it will be more. We have a discussion. You should be able to have a discussion. Then only you'll be having the fine tuning of ideas actually. So you keep your ideas whatever. If you don't know how to express, so you'll be always lacking wherever you go. So at least at the end of the session, make sure to have a connect with me.
Sure, sir.
So incubation centers will be having your establishment of infrastructures and management of whatever it may be. So yes, this infrastructure is nothing but you should be having your co-working spaces, you should be having your fab labs, you should be having your conference halls, board meeting halls, waiting halls. So these are the types of machineries and what kind of incubatees are you going to get into your companies or what kind of incubatees are coming down to your incubation centers and what kind of sectors are you going to make and that sector should be made into a viable one where you should be able to so it is like setting up of your labs actually. So the lab which is being available in academic research centers and what kind of infrastructures are you going to make. So this is actually typically it has been all different actually. You see in your lab is different and when you come down to the incubation center that will be so different. So this is actually running like a company, this is like corporate companies which are being running. So this will be having your entire idea should be generated over here. It will not be like your classrooms or it will not be like your if anyone of you visited any incubation center, you visit your T Hub incubation center, which is in Hyderabad. It is very good. I visited once. So that is how the incubation centers will be promoting you in establishment of your ideas and infrastructure. Once when you get into that, you'll be having a positive vibe actually. That is how the infrastructure should be and what kind of messages everything can be written over there and it can be made. So the first one will be establishment of uh, infrastructures. The next one will be having the mentor boards and incubators visit actually. So you have to have the affiliation of mentor boards. So the mentor boards are the major pillars of the incubation centers. So the mentor boards which are being provided by the government of the Startup India, the National Startup India was also very good. And you should have your mentor boards or mentor connects in a regularized way. That will not be like your faculties. I'm telling you that you come to the college and you are being with your faculties, that will not be like that. So you should be able to ask them to be like your company HRs. When you go and talk to them, you should be in a full-fledged way that what kind of doubts are you going to ask to them and what kind of solutions will be given by them. You should be able to analyze them and you should be able to be what kind of methodology should be used for them. So that's all being done by your mentor board. The mentors are the one who will be helping you. That can be your faculty also. That can be your outsider also. That can be your brother also. What kind of mentor boards are you going to select? They should be expert in that area. That's it. The mentor boards are nothing. They should be expert in the area. That is how this mentor boards will be going on. So before starting incubation centers, you should be more aware of what kind of incubation centers have been in and around you, what kind of incubation centers have they started, is the same incubation sectors are you going to select, that is all should be managed by this incubation centers. So next one is orientation and workshop and events. These are the basic criteria for conducting an incubation center. So once when you go directly to an idea or when I ask you directly about the incubation centers or about the ideas, so you'll not be knowing actually because you are all students, you may not be knowing. So you are on a basic stage actually. So any incubation center who have been started, it is around probably they will be around 10 years only old. So many incubation centers are only 3 to 5 years old. So they are all the learning stages. Even the government is also in the learning stage. So this workshops and orientation programs will be helping out in developing your ideas, and it will be always developing your infrastructure, your inner arms. So you can develop the idea in such a manner that we all heard about Israel. Israel is now every war has been going on, but the Israel has many startup ecosystem over there. So you should be able to even though there is a war, everything over there, they have been as once in Tamilnadu startup, they have taken all the incubators to the Israel for a funding program. And there, when they went and saw the nearby towns and cities are all being startup. You go to a building, there will be around 50 startups there. So there are one building with 50 startups. The area itself is ecosystem is being there. That is how this startup environment should be. And then you will be having this, if you have this orientation workshop programs and events which is being regularly conducted, that is how your startups will be able to develop their idea. So once in a month when you go to a workshop and attend, and that is all being done for a year, that is all that will be making you down actually. So if you go to regular workshops, you should be, because nowadays you don't have all being open sources and all the tools are being available is all being hybrid manner. So you should be always keeping on updating you. Once when the update is being stopped by you, you will not be able to succeed in the future. So keeping an orientation of workshops and events like which is being done by you now, it is all being developing of your early stages actually. So when you are in the early stages, when the development is being done, it will be more helpful for you in developing your ideas, can be developing yourself. So everything will be increased with the help of this orientation workshop. So as I said, idea hackathon. So once when you have been very good in that all this workshop which has been attended, that has all been done, then only you will be going on to this idea hackathons and hackathons. The idea hackathons will be helping you out in developing your ideas, and hackathons which will be made into a where it is a platform for developing yourself actually. So you have your idea, and there are many judge members which have been available. They will be able to judge you, and they will be able to say that you just tune this and tune that. So you from that you will learn actually. So this is a process of learning. Daily you have to keep on learning. So I finish my subject, I finish my semester, and that's it. Next semester, that is all not be done over here. So that is what I mean saying this incubation center is totally different of before actually. Whatever you have learned, so it will be totally different. So that will be. So this pre-incubation program, it is all been the same. The pre-incubation program which has been available over here. So before going to the incubation centers, you will not be able to know what kind of methodology will be followed in incubation centers, and this what pre-incubation programs will be able to implement that in developing an idea. The idea will be in a mature way where, see example, I have an idea over there. Sir, I morning I started my bike, it was not able to start. Then what can I went to the mechanic, and it is all be I went to the mechanic made my bike work, then I took the bike and I came over here. So that is all the problems we have been facing. How do you rectify the problems, and what kind of idea can be given for solutions? So that is all should be made in this pre-incubation programs. See, boot camps are nothing but, so you have a boot camp. The boot camp is between the benches and your idea. So once when the boot camp is made, you will be able to pitch your ideas, and the idea pitching that can be to a prototype or can be to ideas that will not be done to this boot camp section. The next one is the incubation support. We have already seen what is an incubation support actually. So what are the co-working spaces are being given, the mentoring is being given, then you will be having your mentorings, and then you'll be having all your fab labs, cafeteria areas. So that will all be provided. That will be in an initial cost, or that which your college has been organizing. They will be giving it for cost price of it, whatever it will be. That is all according to the incubation centers. Then you will be having this launch pads. The launch pads are nothing but once when the program is being very successful way, when your program is being done, once we have been ready for this thing, that is actually we have been doing, you have your Arifa, that is how the launch pad will be. So once when your program, once when this thing has been done, once when it is in a mature way, then you can go to the launch pad and then you can be able to succeed in this. So fund investing and raising all will be done. Will be helping out with this. So these incubation centers, so these are the types we'll be helping out in incubation centers. So we'll be having a co-working spaces and product development and then the business model. And main thing is your business model. So many startups get failure in the business models. So these business models should be that you have your MBA team or something which related, or you have your any, if you're going to start here they have started a new business actually for tourism is not available here. So for increasing of tourism, they have been doing more promotions. So that has been taken by a simple one of our college student has been taken. He's been doing all this digital marketing where we'll be able to reach to the student and he'll be able to promote. That is a thing which has been done by him. So, ma'am, is the meeting going to get over in 10 minutes? Ma'am?
Sir.
Should I again rejoin? It is going to stop, it says.
Yes, sir. How much time will it take, sir? More?
Ma'am, is it done for your students? I am ready, ma'am. You ask your students.
Okay, means your talk was completed, sir. Your talk has been completed.
This has been for the institution, ma'am, sir. Next slide, sir.
Okay, sir. Actually, for more 8 minutes left, sir. If you
Okay.
continue your talk for some 3 to 4 minutes, then doubt session will be 5 minutes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
So these are supports of the incubation centers, and then we'll be having so many students does have intellectual property rights. So this is a main important thing because this is being done once when the company is being well developed and well established. Then when someone applies for your thing, that is a more important. So before starting a company, you should be having an IPR. Whether it has been thus IPR will be set by this advocates actually. So even though we know something about IPR, but we will not be having more enough to say about IPRs because they will be called as pattern attorney. They will be able to tell you that what kind of laws which has been available, what kind of section has been available. That will all be done by this IPR management team. And then you have your investors, seed funding. Seed funding, you should be able to write your abstract everything in a good manner. You should be able to express your thing. That is all being done by this seed funding agencies. So once when the program is you are being ready with an idea, that idea should be brought down to the incubation centers, and the incubation centers will be helping out in writing up the mainly these are all the things which have been spoke will be helping out in writing the you will be writing your like a paper. You should be able to write your thing. When you have your journal papers you have to write, you will be writing your abstract and what kind of methodologies are you going to follow, what kind of needs for whom you are going to do, and what kind of social thing which will turn what will be turning out into a social thing. So that which will be helping out for these peoples. So that will all be done with seed funding. So any students who have been interested in seed funding may be able to contact your ma'am and she'll be helping you out. So anything which have been related to incubation centers and you can be able to contact me also. So contact your ma'am, she'll be helping you out. So this is an end of your this thing. So any doubts you have, you can ask me.
My students,
So I'm expecting
from anyone? Yes, anyone?
any doubts from the students.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Two students, sir. They have. I'm handing over the mic to them, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm giving a mic to one of the students, sir. Please.
Good morning, sir. So
Good morning.
my doubt is related sir, as you specified in the meeting about the orientation workshops and the events should be conducted for the incubation centers. So, what kind of orientation sessions and workshops should be conducted? Is it related to the ideas, or else is it related to the incubating ideas at all? So, could you just brief it out, sir?
Okay, thank you. Very good idea, very good question actually. See, before starting an incubation center, you should be making aware of what is incubation centers to the students. That is an awareness program. After starting the incubation center, after once when the students are being entered into the incubation center, you should be able to note down what kind of sector are they going to select. If example, if one student has been doing with the help of this fishes, that will be called as marine actually. So one student has been doing with any AADS or something like that, they will be called as industry 4.2. So what kind of orientation program has been required for them, you should be able to conduct a workshop. So for a single student or two students, you can't conduct a workshop. So you should be having a club of students that you make a workshop with that. If it is a single student or two students, you should be able to connect them to the mentor session. So you should, for initial stage, you should be giving the awareness to all the students, and from that, they will be able to develop the ideas. That is how you should be able to organize a workshop.
Sir, one more doubt it seems from the girl students. Actually, their voice is not clear, but I'm asking on behalf of them. So in the last slide, it was this incubators help the startups and all the things you have given, sir, right? I mean, just now, what is the last slide you have posted? Summit is helping. Yes, sir, this one, sir. So what is this seed funding and how it helps the networking, sir? These both, seed funding and networking. What does it mean? They are asking.
Oh, seed funding is it is like this thing, it is like you're giving a gift to you, like, so you don't need to repay them back. It is like for developing your ideas, the government is going to give you fund actually. So the seed funding, you don't need to repay it back. You will be able to develop the ideas, and every 3 months where you should be able to submit your idea, what kind of process is being done. So that will be seed funding. And what is networking is, so connecting of peoples actually. So what kind of you will be having an idea. The idea, you should be in need of money, or you should be in need of helping mentors, or you should be in need of developing the ideas or reaching to the market. What kind of need is being by you, we'll be able to connect to them. That is how the networking is actually. So the seed fund, the networking, mentoring, everything, what kind of needs is being, we'll be putting up in the right place actually for you. So many students who here also will be having students. The students will be having the ideas, but they doesn't know how to go beyond that. Otherwise, they don't know whether this idea has been valid or not. So that is what we done through the help of this network. So I am having an idea whether this mobile phone can I make a torch, something like that. So that is already available. So what we are going to do new in that. So some people will not be having validation of ideas. So we'll be validating the ideas. So this can be done. Already this has been available. Or you can change a small thing and you can be making into this. That is all been done. That has been what is networking actually.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for clarifying all the doubts. Students, any other doubts still? No, it seems, sir, it was clear. I think they have got some idea about how to start an incubator, at least now. And
If they start, only students have been available, but around they start as 2, 3 startups that will be helping. See, ma'am, Google is being one of the startup in San Francisco University, ma'am. Stanford University actually. Stanford. Still now, Google has been providing fund for this university, ma'am. So one startup, which they do, will be helping out the student actually.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, okay. Fine, sir. And thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. And it's a wonderful session, and we are very blessed to have the session like this. And I think it is very helpful for all the students. And you have spent your valuable time in sharing your views regarding this incubation, sir. And thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And we'll have these kind of sessions in future also, sir, for the next upcoming students.
Okay.